Brent Beckstrand, University of Utah School of Medicine.
H.D. Smith is a pharmaceutical distributor based in Springfield, Illinois.
My name is Noam Shendar. I'm the Vice President of Business Development with Zadara Storage.
My name is Robert Nichols. I'm a Solutions Architect with Avial, which is a subsidiary of Boeing.
My name is Quinn Mitchell with Brigham Young University. I'm a Systems Engineer with the Microwave Earth Remote Sensing Program.
I'm Joseph Fiera. I work with Move.com. I'm Manager of Network Engineering and Telecom.
Alex Zaris, IT Director with Move.com.
Hi, I'm Tron Narflot. I'm Director of Operations for Ironclad Tech.
My name is Jeff McDaniel. I'm a System Administrator for the City of Sierra Vista in Arizona.
Hi, my name is Scott George. I work for Coconino County Sheriff's Office.
Hi, my name is Manny Santizo, and I'm with out of Southern California. My title is I'm a Network Architect.
Tim Pincus with the Automobile Club of Southern California. My title is Enterprise Architect.
I work for PricewaterhouseCoopers. My name is Brian Walker, and I'm Global IT Desktop TDA, Technical Design Architect.
We're looking at a private cloud initiative internally. Public cloud's not something we're interested in today, but we are looking at infrastructure as a service and other private cloud initiatives. We're not experiencing those cost pressures. What we are experiencing is some of the time to market pressures that our business units are looking at. They're asking why we can't deliver the same services that an Amazon can or things like that. It's forcing us to be more dynamic, more nimble, and look at alternate solutions that we hadn't looked at before.
But if you're in that state where you're kind of in between, where some of your applications are not ready for the cloud, you need a service provider that can do both, traditional kind of dedicated outsourcing as well as cloud service providing, and services to help you transition between the two.
Developers out there looking at cloud services, even if it's not to go to them, to compare the price of what we can do it for. That almost drive down our prices internally, so we have to compete with them.
I think pricing is always going to be there. There's always going to be pricing challenges, but I think at the end of the day, you have to understand your applications and how they're structured. Can they live in a public cloud model? Or are they so stringent that they belong in a private cloud because we don't really have the applications built to be able to either coexist or exist in the public cloud? The other thing that public cloud, personally, that we've experienced, because we do have a small footprint at Amazon for development, is reliability and uptime. So those are kind of the challenges that we've had before.
We're 161 networked firms, and not everyone has the budget that the larger territories do. So we need to drive that cost down for the smaller member firms to be able to realize the value. And so the larger firms within our network of firms will drive that technology and do the heavy lifting through proof of concept.
I mean, it's essential for our sales force to use a tablet. Using a laptop, that's like carrying a brick around, you know, and it has just a minuscule capability than what they have today with an iPad.
We built a new office in Tampa, and we designed the office specifically around mobility. So we're seeing this as even having a physical infrastructure impact. We've partnered with AT&T and Verizon and Sprint, and we actually have had them embed cell towers endpoints inside of our building, so they in our closets where we keep all our LAN cables, we actually have the trunk coming in with a cellular tower. So I see that being the trend, and really the notebook keeps getting just left in the bag. Really, that's what I hear. I troubleshot an issue a couple months back, and that was my first question. And when was the last time you used this device? And they're like, oh, well, I only have to go for XYZ application. That's why I pull out the laptop. And I see that more and more. I mean, sometimes they want to use their notebook because they need to create. Sometimes they want to snack, so they use mobility. So it's finding that right balance for our customers to give them the tool they want to do to access their data and their applications.
De rigueur, right? I mean, it's the ability to tether to the network, wireless or wired, is fundamental. In fact, we're getting to the point now where the wired part of our network is the less important part of our network.
And can it connect up to 5 devices per person? Because now people are showing up not only with a tablet and a phone, but they have their exercise meter on. I mean, they have all sorts of things. So for us, our challenges have been able to keep up from a technology perspective, just from a capacity perspective, you know. The other thing is we have sales agents who come in all the time. They don't even want a laptop anymore or a desktop. They're like, I already got my device. So how do you secure that? So one of the ways we've been able to answer that is by creating virtual desktops and then giving them access into those virtual desktops and being able to secure the desktops themselves.
We've now got a technical, like a PC tech, in charge of ordering the iPhones and the iPads with the 3G, and they're the ones that get it in, configure it, set it up with our corporate monitoring software, and so we can do like a remote wipe if someone decides to quit. Yeah, so it's all handled by IT now instead of our communications person. So
it kind of created a new stream for us because we went to a net new provider or vendor for our wireless. We didn't incorporate the wireless play from who we used for switching and routing. So we went to a complete different vendor for the wireless, and so it's opened a new relationship for us.
And so if I'm a desktop support guy, well, what does this mean for me? Is this my new switch? Do I have to support this end device? So that's where a lot of the cross-training has occurred. And traditionally, we're allowing those desktop engineers, we've actually even changed the model or the naming convention to infrastructure support. So they could be the first line of defense, whether it's VoIP, whether it's TDM phones, or even video conferencing. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be their front line to the user. And then they leverage the network or telecommunications department as the second line of defense.
Well, Nexon's a global operation. They're on every continent except Australia. So to manage all of that, the internetworking, the voice, we do a lot of video conferencing. You basically, we are like a carrier, absolutely. And all the complexities and planning and infrastructure has to go with it.
So at Zadara Storage, we provide enterprise storage as a service to customers of major cloud providers, and we do this by operating our own infrastructure. And by doing that, we are ourselves a service provider. As a service provider, we need infrastructure that is carrier class. So we combine servers and communication equipment from Huawei Storage to create a complete stack that allows us to provide very high-end, highly reliable, mission-critical storage for demanding customers, including Fortune 50 companies around the world.
What does ICT mean to you?
Information Communication Technology.